my channel. Boom. Welcome y'all to my sneaker video today. My name is Gerard Polite, and I am currently enrolled in the Fashion Institute of Technology and Complex's Sneaker Essentials course. So this is part of my final project. I'm gonna do an unboxing for you guys today. It's on a legendary sneaker that almost everybody I imagine that's watching this video has owned or at least knows about, and it's gonna be on the Air Force One. So, Air Force One is a legendary model that came out back in 1982. It's been around for decades, multiple iterations, and shoe has been around for multiple decades. It's had multiple iterations and designs from different designers in Nike's camp and outside of Nike's camp they've collaborated with. Most famously at this point, probably like Virgil Abloh or Travis Scott. There's also many variations and also what you would say inspired or copycat designs from other brands such as Reebok, Bape, and a few others. But today I've got a special collaboration pair, not from anybody that is extremely well known, but we're going to talk about them today because I thought it was a really cool pair of Air Forces that kind of got overlooked with all the swell around Off-White and Travis Scott and other people. But certainly it's come out in the same time frame when all of those shoes were at their peak in the last couple of years. So let's get into the box. It's a black Nike box, which is usually reserved for some of the more limited shoes, or maybe not limited, but special designs, collaboration designs. Black box, Nike symbol on the top. As you can see on the side, it's got EU Air. EU Air, which is EU stands for Emotionally Unavailable, which is the brand they collaborated with. On the front, for the label, you'll see it says Nike Air Force One High and then EU. So, that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get into these shoes. Another cool detail. EU Air on the paper. Gotta love the small details for stuff like this. And it's really amazing seeing a shoe that started out just a high top basketball shoe come to this. So this is the Emotionally Unavailable Nike Air Force One High. So, Emotionally Unavailable is a brand that is a collaborative brand that is started by two gentlemen. One is Edison Chen. He's an actor, rapper, designer, and been involved with a couple of things. And the other guy is KB Lee, who has worked for a couple of different brands. Most famously, the one that I knew about the most was Undefeated. So they work together on Emotionally Unavailable, which is their brand of sorts that does apparel. They do some prints. I've seen multiple different things on their Instagram. They've currently got some. They currently have some shirts that are inspired by the current events going on in the world. Don't want to get the video taken down by saying what's going on, but you guys know what it is. And everything seems to be very related to red and hearts and just that kind of stuff in general, which would certainly also make sense considering that the name of the brand is Emotionally Unavailable. But we're going to get into some of the more finer details of the shoe. So as you can see, this Air Force One is not a common material makeup. Most Air Force Ones are leather all the way through from the toe box, the heel, and even the swoosh. These are covered in a full red canvas, which is actually inspired by the Nike Vandal High, another classic Nike basketball shoe that a lot of people don't really talk about that much today. And to be honest, it doesn't get very many collaborations or anything like that, which seem to kind of drive the hype train that really drives sneaker media these days. But that's what this shoe is actually inspired by, is what the designer said when I did my research. And the swoosh on the shoe is actually a Chanel fabric, so kind of like the same stuff you see on like varsity jackets and things like that. It's a very, very soft material, very soft swoosh. And it's supposed to kind of break in and develop its own patina over time. I've actually worn these a couple of times. You can see the creases in them. And so far, it hasn't been any kind of crazy changes, but they are, I think they're a really cool looking shoe. And I really thought the whole idea of an all canvas upper was something kind of more unique than the classic all white, or maybe a little different than just a tone makeup like some of the off-white shoes have been, especially the Forces. So some of the more finer details of the shoe. On the tongue tag, you can see it says EU Air, which emotionally unavailable is what that stands for. And on the back of the tongue, it has their little heart symbol. This heart symbol is usually found on a lot of their apparel and products that you can buy. It's the same heart symbol that's on the paper in the box. And then also you got the tonal stitching for the Nike Air on the back. And not only that, for the strap, which is actually upside down, for the strap, it also says EU Air. I thought that was really cool as well. Strap is actually one of the best parts of the Air Force One High. I think people kind of don't really tend to think about the strap when it comes to the shoe, because people are so worried about wearing the lows, which are a much simpler shoe to wear. I can definitely understand that. The highs are chunky, and these are even chunkier considering I wear a size 13, so these probably look like battleships right now in this video, but that's fine. I know what it is. I wear a size 13 and everything, so that's kind of deal with it. But all in all, I think this is a very, very cool shoe, and I think Edison Chen and KB Lee did a great job on this shoe. Just something more unique and different. If anything, the thing that I think it reminds me most of right now is the Dr. Strangelove SBs that came out earlier this year. Everyone seemed to be really hype over those, and I didn't really get the hype, but it's kind of funny I didn't get the hype and I bought a shoe that was vaguely similar, like right around the time they came out. I got these earlier this year on a really good sale price. And I just decided to pull the trigger because I remember seeing them whenever they first got previewed early 2019. So, yeah. So as far as it stands for the Air Force One, this shoe has been around for ages. It's one of Nike's, not one of their first shoes with air sole technology, but one of the more famous shoes. And it is part of the early line of shoes that have air technology. It's got the full-length air sole. So they're certainly not, complete bricks on your feet, but it's not going to be like something that's going to fit an Epic React or even an Air Max shoe. But it is comfortable, especially once you break it in. For somebody like me who's a little bit heavier, it works for me, especially since I break in shoes a little faster than other people, I think. And I think it's a comfortable shoe. You can't really go wrong with a pair of Forces. I understand these are probably a little loud for some people, and they're even a little loud for me, but I like taking chances with shoes. But if you get like the classic all whites or the all blacks, you're not going to go wrong. It's going to be a comfortable shoe. Once you let it break in, it's going to do what it does. The Air Force, they've been around for ages. And they've been around for ages for a reason. You can't really literally put them on Do Not Disturb for a reason. Yeah. Babe.
What?
I'm in the middle of recording the video. What's up?
Oh, you doing it for your class?
Yes.
Your face has to be in it?
Yes.
Oh, hey, cool girl.
Hey.
What you need? I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I guess I gotta go with the full settings. I didn't think you were gonna call me.
Well, because I'm a favorite on your phone, so Do Not Disturb don't apply to me.
I guess. What's up?
You doing it for your class?
Yeah, no, I'm just recording the video because I'm going to start my YouTube career in the middle of quarantine. I'm like, yes, it's for the class. Like I said, you can see I have the creases already in these, which I've only worn these maybe 3 times. And they've already started creasing up, which is fine by me. It flexes with the foot pretty well, and I don't mind my shoes, creasing on me at all. The laces that they gave me were these string laces, and there's also other laces in the box. That I thought these looked better, And I've been meaning to switch out to the other ones, but it just hasn't happened yet. I'm also forgetting one other element of the shoe that I gotta talk about. These are some flat laces, nothing super special about them. They might be a little bit longer. I did some spaced out lacing to get up to the top so the tongue wouldn't fly everywhere. But cool shoe overall, cool materials overall. And the main piece of the shoe that I've been forgetting that I'm gonna have to put into the video later on. So the shoes came with a shroud. I took the shroud off because it makes the shoe really hard to wear. But the shroud slots in here inside the shoe and the laces go through. And you can't actually see the laces whenever you have it zipped up. It's a cool idea. It kind of looks like a heart, which I'm assuming goes along with the, you know, the whole thing they have going on with Emotionally Unavailable and stuff like that. Just as far as like it being like maybe an art piece type thing, I think it's a cool idea. As for functionality, I don't really think it works, but I have seen pictures of people wearing the shoe with the shroud on there. More power to them, but it won't be me more than likely. But that's really it. There's no other really different things to talk about. Medial side is the exact same as the lateral side. Same swoosh, same paneling. You know, the bottom's got the all red bottoms with the circular outsole for traction. It's just a really cool pair of shoes. I'm glad that I got to do this video because I finally found a pair of shoes that really inspired me enough to do a video on them. There's not that it really matters, but there's really nobody else on YouTube that seemingly has done a review on these shoes. I think they kind of flew under the radar as far as it not being a well-known name with the people that collaborated with, and also the design being a little striking because all the product images when they first got previewed all had the shroud. It was never just regular laces, and I think the shroud really threw people off. But outside of that, really excited to be able to do a review on this shoe. A shoe that really excited me. I just like the design, materials, something that's a little more unique in this day and age of at least Air Force collabs. And you know, I'm just glad that I actually got to do this video, and hopefully there's gonna be more videos to come in the future. I know that I've got plenty of shoes and plenty of time right now to do shoe reviews. I've had multiple friends and family members over the years say I should get, you know, into it, and especially as deep as I am into trying to get deeper into the sneaker industry, doing some reviews on some pairs that maybe aren't talked about as much, or just that I just find that interesting can't necessarily be a bad idea. You can always follow me here on YouTube, or subscribe on YouTube, or you can follow me on Instagram. I'll have all my Instagram information down in the bottom. I usually post stuff on my story on my page of just new models I think are cool, or you know, classic trainers and high tops, things like that I'm really into. You know, music as well. Here on this YouTube at Gerard Polite, and then I also have an Instagram, Guru Plus Ultra. I'll have that down in the description box. So thank you for watching. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who's supported me through all of this, especially my main guy right here behind the camera right now, who's been helping me with this entire process as far as recording the video. It's actually not even my room, it's his room, but we made it work. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys again, and y'all have a good one.